What's up, motherfucker?
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good
because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me, I thought he was a con artist. No, just based off his look.
They're edgy. Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to PSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. Monday, February 21st, 2022. Got a lot of stuff we'll talk about. We'll talk about the Juwan Howard situation at the end of the Michigan and the Wisconsin game yesterday. Talk a little bit about the Daytona 500. The Packers building trades for Jordan Love. NBA All-Star game. We'll talk about that last night. But don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Come join us. My picks were 8-1 Saturday night on the UFC. So we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with that. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. Except on Monday nights, we go at 10 o'clock because we do the Coon Dog Corner with DCCW at 7. You can find both those shows in podcast form at Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Also, don't forget we have the new GWR Gonzo Wrestling Room weekly pro wrestling podcast. New episodes drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Just dropped a big episode yesterday. We were fortunate enough to have pro wrestler Big Whiskey Jared Kripke joined us for the podcast, pro wrestling podcast this week. We talk WWE, NXT, AEW, independent wrestling. So go check that out. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find it. And you can also find the video version on YouTube at Gonzo'S Sports Room if you'd like to listen to it on or watch the video version. New episodes drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. on all the podcast platforms and on YouTube. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo'S Sports Room. That's where we post all the information about any of our shows, whether it's our daily picks for Easy Money, a sports betting show, or it's an interview announcement, or a big live show announcement. All that stuff gets posted on our social media app, Gonzo'S Sports Room, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out our YouTube page at Gonzo'S Sports Room. Got a lot of content on there, whether you're a basketball fan, football fan, pro wrestling fan, UFC fan. There's something on there for everybody. Go check out our YouTube page. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get notifications of when we're live. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. You can see some of the t-shirts there here behind me. We have hats, hoodies, all kinds of different things there on the merch store. So go check that out. Get you some GSR, GWR Easy Money gear today. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into some of these sports topics tonight. First thing I wanted to talk about is the Juwan Howard situation we had escalate last night after the Michigan-Wisconsin game. When I get out of it, Juwan Howard was upset that the Wisconsin basketball coach called a timeout there at the end of the game, having the game in control. Thought they were rubbing it in Michigan's face. Okay, I would have understood that argument. That Wisconsin was just trying to rub it in their faces and why they called that timeout. If Michigan still went full court press, there's 10 seconds left in the game. You're saying you're mad because the game was over and he shouldn't have called that timeout. He was just doing that to rub it in Michigan's face and let the crowd get on Michigan more. But you're still full court pressing. If the game's over, why are you still full court pressing? It don't make no sense to me. You're allowed to full court press, but we can't call a timeout to advance the ball, so we don't have to worry about that. That was one thing I didn't understand. Wisconsin, I understand. Yeah, I understand what they're saying about Wisconsin calling a timeout there. I also understand when Wisconsin's coach was explaining why he called the timeout. They want to have his players in that short time. You only had a couple seconds to get the ball forward or whatever. Somewhere because if you call a timeout, the clock resets at 10. Don't reset. Don't call it timeout. I don't understand Michigan's argument. If Michigan wasn't still pressing, if Michigan was still full court pressing, like they still have a chance to win the game or whatever. That's okay. So Wisconsin can't call a timeout. Don't make no sense. Well, that upset Juwan Howard. So I guess after the game, from what like I said, watching, I've seen on different articles I've read and stuff, is one time coaches are walking to shake hands. Thomas said something. I guess I'll remember that or something. He went to just walk by the Wisconsin coach. Wisconsin coach tried to grab his shirt, stop him, and try to explain what was going on. Well, it escalated from there, and then next thing you know, Howard throws a, I don't know if I'd call it a punch. It was almost like a slap. Throws a little strike at an assistant coach from Wisconsin. Hits him, didn't hurt him. Then what? It escalated. And you had players throwing punches at each other. I haven't heard of like players are getting suspended and what's going any of that. Juwan Howard has been suspended the rest of the regular season, and the Wisconsin head coach got fined $10,000. He did get suspended in the game, but he did get fined $10,000. But there's no room in especially in amateur sports. I guess consider college amateur sports, even though they make a lot of money, but the players don't. Players are starting to make some now, but that's a different topic for a different day. But you can't have these coaches that are supposed to be coaching student athletes, what they're supposedly coaching. You can't have these coaches throwing punches and stuff, and just get upset. And I'm glad I'm glad Juwan Howard didn't lose his job. He could have very easily been fired for this, especially because this isn't the first time that he's lost control of his anger. A couple times he's went out in the middle of the court and has got thrown out of the games and stuff. So this ain't like the first time incident with Juwan Howard. But I didn't want to see him lose his job. I thought he'd get suspended maybe more than 5 games. But that's all stuff for the regular season. So they're going to let him coach in the tournament if Michigan was to make the tournament. I don't have a problem with him being suspended the rest of the regular season. I'm glad he didn't lose his job. I figured he was probably going to lose his job, and then people were going to go crazy. But I'm glad he didn't lose his job. Give him a guy another chance. But he has to be on thin ice now with Michigan because this is, like I said, this isn't the first incident that he has had. Juwan Howard's going to have to clean it up. I've heard a lot of people saying on some of these sports talk shows and stuff that they just do away with the hand, shaking hands after the game, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. Grow up and be an adult, and then we wouldn't have to worry about it. There's no reason to not shake hands after a sporting event. We've been doing it forever. Wrestling is the toughest sport there is. And a wrestler, win, lose, draw, get pinned or what, they get up, they shake their opponent's hand, they go shake the other coach. If a wrestler that's doing one-on-one combat, that's all wrestling is, basically controlled fight. So a wrestler that's doing one-on-one combat can go shake hands with their opponent on the mat right there after the match. Why the hell can't grown men and coaches shake hands and basketball players shake hands after a basketball? You're telling me if they're getting more heated and getting more fired up for a basketball game than what a wrestler is for a one-on-one match? I've wrestled. I know how it feels to get pinned. It sucks. You still got to get up. You got to shake the other guy's hand and give him his respect that he earned by pinning you. You don't want to do that. You don't want to feel that way. So keep working, get better, so where you're on the other end. You're the one getting your hand raised, not the one that got defeated. But you just don't quit doing something because you think this might happen again. It's just like when I hear people here in town where they start building, like they built this park or redone a park on the south side of town. I go, why did you do it? Why would you waste money doing that? It's just going to get kids in the neighborhood are just going to destroy it. One, you got to give the kids a chance. You just don't do something because you think something's going to happen. You can build that. You can build that park in that neighborhood, and that park might be one of the nicest ones in the city. It might stay that way, or yeah, it could get destroyed. You're never going to know if you don't do it. One of these basketball games, we've been shaking hands after basketball games for how many fucking years? For as long as I've been alive, that's 41 years. So a long damn time. You're telling me that now it's gotten up to such more of a competitive level now than what it used to be, that we shouldn't shake hands at the end of the games no more because all these players just care so much more than what the players back in the day did when they used to shake hands and not fight. Or these coaches care more now than what the coaches back in the day did. That's why we're throwing punches after games. No, it ain't no different now than then. Other people are different. You just don't quit doing something because you have an incident. Daytona 500. Let's move over there real quick. That was a hell of a race yesterday for NASCAR fan. Cindric rookie gets his first Daytona 500 win. Bubba Wallace gets second. There's a lot of big name cars that took out toward the beginning of the race uh, in that first stage. So I think what 12, 13 cars got took out the first stage of the race yesterday. Came down, had to go overtime, and Cindric was able to hold Wallace off for the win. It was a good race, great race to start the NASCAR season off with. Uh, Plan on trying to watch more NASCAR this year, get into it a little more than I was. I like Chase Elliott. I've been following him the last couple of years. He, he didn't have a great day yesterday, but hey, that's part of racing. Sometimes you're hot, and sometimes it's not your day. You had quite a few cars that was out. Was on DNF just from a few of the wrecks. Hell, the one car, the new cars are kind of weird. Have you seen the bottom of them cars? They look almost like a fucking Hot Wheel, just flat on the damn bottom. I think that's a problem. I think if the car gets out of line, and I think the wind can get under, the air can get under there and lift it. Can't remember the name of the car, but I think it was one of the Bushes was pushing them. I don't know what the Bushes. Brad Keselowski. Brad was pushing them and got out to the right of him a little bit and went to center him when he's pushing. That car got a little loose. Next thing you know, that car was airborne and flipped. Took out a few other cars. That was the one that took out. I don't know. One crash car took 7, 8 cars out. Yeah, it was good. Hey, like I said, hell of a race to start the season off. Uh, NASCAR season off. Looking forward to the next race. Hopefully, get to watch a little more of it than I did. Get to watch some of the 500. Didn't get to watch much of it as I wanted to, but I did get to see the ending. I'll tell you what, the overtime endings in NASCAR are fun to watch with the green light checkers. Uh, you can get some interesting last laps, interesting finishes that way. Let's move to the NFL. We're more focused on NBA. NFL news. It's been reported that the Green Bay Packers are fielding Jordan Love trade offers. I think the Packers are screwed. Who's going to get? You wasted a first round pick on Love. Now you're going to try to trade him. You're going to be lucky if you get a fourth round pick. Because everybody knows that you don't believe in them. So they're not. The other teams have the leverage. Right? You don't have the leverage of coming out and saying, "Oh, hey, we got a top prospect here in Love, but we want to keep Rodgers, so let's try to move him on and get something for him." Nobody's going to give anything for him. People seen the videos where his accuracy is terrible, couldn't even hit the damn net. People seen the videos, and they know by you already wanting to trade him that you guys, that the Packers doesn't believe in him. So why is the team going to give up anything for him? So Green Bay will be lucky to get a fourth round pick for Jordan Love if they try to trade him. I don't know if there's a team out there to give a fourth round pick. I mean, I know quarterbacks are hard to find, but whose team out there in the right mind is going to think, "Oh, Jordan Love's going to solve all of our problems at quarterback. Let's give up a third and a fourth round, second round pick for him." I don't see nobody giving up anything for him. And what are the Packers going to do if Aaron Rodgers leaves? They're going to have to go after another quarterback because they're going to they've already proven that they don't believe in Love. So are you going to start Love and give him a chance, or are you going to be looking for another quarterback? I say they're going to be looking for somebody else and try to move on from Love. But I just don't see where they're not going to get much for him. Maybe a fourth round pick. I don't see them getting anything higher than that. If they even were able to get a fourth round pick out of it. It was just a stupid move, especially to move up in the draft. What you had at the time, to move up in the draft, take a chance on him. Or, I mean, you could have got him more to where you was at at the beginning of the second round. Then his contract would be a little different. He'd be easier to. You wouldn't be looking as bad if you only got a fourth round pick for him. But when you move up in the draft and use a first round pick on him, that you could have got a weapon on offense or a weapon for the defense to improve the team. In the was at the NFC Championship game the year before, to try to improve the team to go make a Super Bowl run that year. No, let's move up in the draft and draft a quarterback that isn't ready. Now we're going to try to trade him. We're not going to get jack shit for him. And that's what's about to happen in Green Bay. They're trying to trade Jordan Love because they know he's not the guy. If Rodgers leaves, they don't want to start Jordan Love because for one, they don't want everybody to see how bad he is. It really get on them. And two, they want to get rid of him and take their little shit they're going to get for that they fucked up on that draft pick and try to move on. Where if he's starting every game, they're going to hear it all season long. Every time he plays terrible, the Packers front office is going to get killed by people, which they deserve. I agree 100%. They deserve it because that was a stupid move, moving up in the draft. You could have got you a weapon, or could have got you somebody that really could have helped you. Instead, you move up, draft a guy that is on the bench both years, and his rookie year wasn't even good enough to suit up as your backup. Think about that. You moved up in the first round to get this dude, and he wasn't even good enough to suit up for you as a backup, or even a third string quarterback. He wasn't even suiting up for the Packers. And you're telling me the Packers are going to be able to find a team that's going to give them a good offer for Jordan Love? I don't see it. Like I said, I think they'll be lucky if they get a fourth round pick out of it. I think they fucked up by moving up in the draft to draft him. Didn't need a QB at that time. Still had Rodgers under contract for a couple more seasons at that time when they moved up in that draft to get Jordan Love. You're coming off an NFC Championship game where your offensive line couldn't block nobody, and the 49ers just basically whooped your ass. Instead of trying to improve your O-line or get another weapon on offense or get another weapon on defense, let's move up in the draft and use our first round pick on a guy that we're never going to play. I don't think they'll play him. If Aaron Rodgers leaves, I don't see them sticking with Levin to start him. They're going to bring in another quarterback, and they're going to get rid of Love for basically nothing. I think they're going to have might get one of these teams that might bring him in and give him a shot to earn a backup spot or something. But I don't see a team that's bringing Jordan Love in, thinking that he's going to be the answer. He's going to be their next starter and be the answer. I don't see that happen. I shouldn't say I don't see. I should say I don't think it. I don't see it happening because it's the NFL and a lot of crazy shit happening. You see players that you don't think would get big contracts get another big contract. I guess it's possible. I wouldn't do it. Why the hell would anybody? If I'm any team in the NFL, I'm not giving up more than a fourth round pick for it. I'm not giving up anything higher than a fourth round pick. That's for damn sure. I'm not giving up even a second or a third for it. Out from the video I've seen of the dude throwing the ball, like I said, to me, his only option if Green Bay gets rid of him is he's going to maybe get a shot to try to earn his way at being the backup quarterback for the team. I don't see nobody bringing him in right away thinking he's going to solve all our problems. He's going to be our new quarterback of the future. He's going to lead us to the playoffs. I don't see anybody thinking that. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the NBA All-Star game last night. Watched a little bit of watched most of the second half. Got to see most of the third quarter and most of the fourth quarter of the game. Didn't get to see a lot of the first half because I had some other things going on. But Coach, Steph Curry put on a show last night. 50 points, 16 of 27 3-point range. This dude was pulling up everywhere, pulling up 45 feet, pulled up one time at half court. Uh, he set the record. He broke Paul George's record for the most 3-pointers made in the All Star game, which was 10. Now he's at 16. I think the record for most points scored in the All Star game was like 52, in the 50. So he almost broke that. But I mean, he was just proved last night that yeah, he might be having his 3-point percentage of his career. And you can still shoot the ball. He proved last night what can happen when he gets heated up. He's feeling it. You're in trouble. He'll pull up anywhere and legitimately can hit it from anywhere. Not like if he pulls up from there, it's a 40% chance he's going to hit it. No, he pulls up. He's having them kind of nights. It's like I hope he misses that. He's 9 times out of 10 he's hit. He was having one of them kind of nights where it just seemed like every time he shot the ball, you felt like it was going in. I like the format that they use where you have the target number for each quarter. Try to win the quarters like that. It does being an exhibition game like it is. It does make it more competitive. You do get a little bit of harder play out of it, especially in the fourth quarter, right toward the end. There still isn't hardly no defense played in the All Star game. I mean, there's nothing they're going to do that's going to make it where defense is played again. These players aren't going to go out there and take too big of a risk of injury, which I understand because hey, you're making a lot of money. And these teams aren't going to want their players out there doing that. These teams have a lot of money invested in these players. I mean, if say that you're playing harder defense, they're playing harder, and LeBron goes down, the Lakers are done. Or if uh, John Morant goes down, Memphis Grizzlies are in trouble. So I understand that. It was entertaining. I mean, you go into watching these All Star games knowing what they are. They're exhibition games. You're not expecting a whole lot more than that out of these games. Uh, they're entertaining. I like watching the NBA All Star game. I like watching the dunk contest. I didn't get to watch the dunk contest this Saturday night or this year because on Saturday night I was at a pro wrestling. We was at a pro wrestling show streaming live for DCCW. Yeah, if you're a pro wrestling fan, go check out our YouTube page. Rock and Roll Never Dies, the legendary Rock and Roll Express was here in town for a independent pro wrestling show. Great guys, got to meet him and talk to him. Actually find this flyer that's hanging up over here. But they were great guys. They put on an awesome show last night. You can find that on our YouTube page. Uh, since I was like that, I didn't get to watch the dunk contest. But from what I'd heard, contest wasn't very good this year. A lot of the participants in the dunk contest was having trouble making dunks. I saw some highlights where it looked like some of the judges were uh, judges and just some of the former NBA legends that were there wasn't very entertained. You could tell they weren't. They showed a picture of Shaq where Shaq was like, what the hell are we doing here? This is terrible." But I really don't know how you can fix that. I mean, you don't even get the guys that agree to do it. The guys are now are trying harder and harder dunks. You're going to get misses. So the more innovative you try to be, the higher level of difficulty of the dunk you try, is the higher percentage of you not making. I'm not saying all these dunks these guys will miss for high difficulty. Like I said, I haven't watched it. I'm just going by just the snippets I saw and some of the comments I saw about it. It sounded like it didn't go didn't go over as well this year as it has in the past years. Uh, I'm not sure how you change that. I think if you get some of your bigger stars to do it, that would help get some of the fire back under the slam dunk contest. If you had guys like LeBron and them guys that would have done it, I know LeBron's not going to do it now. Yeah. But if LeBron would have done it back earlier in his career, you had the new top stars doing it now. I think that would bring more of a buzz to it and maybe bring the dunk contest back into where it used to be. I didn't hear that many people talking about the dunk contest this year. I thought the game last night was entertaining. I didn't watch. I didn't get watching much of the rookie and sophomore games or any of that. Like I said, I was gone all day Saturday doing things for the show. All right. Another thing I was going to touch on before I got out of here. Some of these games have already started. Some of them I haven't. So I'm going to go ahead and give out picks that we gave out on Easy Money and Sports Betting Show today. My picks were 8-1 on UFC over the weekend. So we're giving out winners. So come join us, Easy Money and Sports Betting Show, 1 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, at Gonzo'S Sports Room. My picks for today is I had Florida State money line, Georgia Tech and Syracuse under 146, Indiana plus 6.5, Ohio State. I had TCU minus 4.5 over West Virginia, Oklahoma State plus 5 over Baylor. And then in hockey tonight, I had the Carolina Hurricanes minus 1.5, and I had the Vancouver Canucks minus 1.5. Before we get out of here, college basketball score. Let's see how if I've done any good so far tonight. See, we got all right. Right now we have Arizona State at UCLA. UCLA is up 43-39 with 11 and a half minutes left in the second half. Baylor and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's at 45-44 with 11 minutes left in the second half. Indiana loses 80-69 in overtime to Ohio State. So that game I didn't cover on that game. That was a close, like I said, the game goes in overtime. Then overtime, IU just fell apart. What other games do we have? For Washington or USC 62, Washington State 60. Rutgers 84, Purdue 72. That was yesterday. Sorry. Here's the day. Ohio State 80, IU 69. UCLA's up 43-39 over Arizona State. We have some of these games that still start here pretty soon. Like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of games to talk about on the sports betting show today, other than basketball and the hockey. Uh, was no NBA games, I think. Not sure exactly when the NBA comes back. Let me look that up real quick, see when NBA games come back. Should be coming back. I don't know if it's not tomorrow. I think it's maybe Wednesday. Well, I'm not going to lie. I kind of missed the NBA today. No, since all you have is the college basketball. You do have Monday Night Raw on the night for all the pro wrestling fans. Another big announcement is the Undertaker's going to be inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. Which is awesome. That everybody knows that it's coming. It's coming probably real soon. Or see when see if I can find out when the NBA games come back. All showing me on FanDuel is future bets. Right now they have Golden State Warriors at plus 410 to win the NBA championship. Phoenix Thunder at plus 410. They're the two favorites, followed by the Nets at plus 600. Milwaukee Bucks are at plus 650. You have the Sixers at plus 750 and the Heat at plus 1,000. That's to win the NBA championship this year. I'll look up some of the NBA games come back on showing here. Texas Southern is up 67-61 on Arkansas Pine Bluff. Baylor's up 49-45 over Oklahoma State. Alabama State's up 59-50 over Bethune-Cookman. Arizona or UCLA's up 46-41 over Arizona State. 10 minutes left in the second half. We have New Mexico State at Seattle. New Mexico State is up 24-18 with 5 minutes left in the first half. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money and Sports Betting Show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. Like I said, I was 8-1 on my picks over the weekend on UFC. Last week I was in the hot on the NBA. So come join us for that. We're also live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo'S Sports Room. Except on Mondays, we're live at 10 p.m. Eastern because we do a joint show with DCCW, Delaware County Championship Wrestling, at Mondays at 7. You can find both those shows podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Also, check our new pro wrestling podcast, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. It's a weekly pro wrestling podcast and it also gets dropped on YouTube as well. You can find it on all major podcast platforms, Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you can find a video version if you'd like to watch the video version on YouTube. We had a independent pro wrestler, Big Whiskey Jared Kripke, joined us on the episode that just dropped yesterday. New episodes drop every Sunday morning at 9. So please go check that out. You won't be disappointed. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo's Sports Room. That's where we post all information about all 3 of our shows, whether it's our daily picks from Easy Money and Sports Betting Show get posted on there, interview announcements, big live stream announcements, just anything to do with the shows. Go on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Gonzo's Sports Room. Check out our YouTube page. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you get notifications of when we're live so you don't miss it. If you're watching on Facebook or on Twitch, please hit the like button, the follow button, share it with a friend. We greatly appreciate that as well. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez-sports/merch. You can see some of our t-shirts behind me. We have hats, hoodies, long sleeve tees. We have some new stuff dropping here real soon. New GSR shirts should be dropping here real soon as well. I should have some more GWR shirts on hand. For the people that was asking about the GWR shirts, we have new ones on hand here hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But all right, we will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for Easy Money and Sports Betting Show. Hope everybody has a great night tonight. Stay safe. Stay safe. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. If not, we hope to see you guys Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for GSR Gonzo's Sports Room. Have a great night. We will see you guys later. Peace.